Hello everyone and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you very much for joining me today, and this is a very special occasion. It is the release date of Hearts of Iron 4. We're going to be playing some Hearts of Iron. Let's go ahead and roll right into it. Okay, so I actually just tried to load up the game that we're going to play. We were going to play as Sweden, as a Fascist Sweden, and I had some sort of bug. I don't know what that was about. So let's go ahead and get rid of that save, and let's come back here to the menu. Let's go single player. We're going to do a new game, 1st of January 1936, and let's go ahead and do this to other countries, and we're going to play as Sweden. So what we're going to do is we're going to become fascist, and we're going to rebuild the Swedish Empire, which consisted of, historically, Norway, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, sort of, kind of, and then a little bit here in Germany. I don't know if we'll get to that German part. But instead of taking Germany, we might actually just take Denmark and Iceland. And then we're going to try and balance the act between the fascists, the capitalists, and the communists. So, should be pretty fun. We're going to play on regular difficulty, Iron Man mode, historical AI focuses. Anything else that we need to double check real quick? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and start it on up. And let's do Swedish Empire. So hopefully this doesn't mess up on me a second time. There we go. That's better. Okay, so first things first. 1st of January 1936. We do need to get everything in order. I'm going to go ahead and leave the day and night cycle on when you're on speed 5, which is what we're going to be doing for a lot of this initial few episodes. The day and night cycle actually doesn't kick in at speed 5. It actually stays daylight all the time. It only kicks in at lower speeds. So we're going to go ahead and leave it on for now. I like to see it. It's pretty nice. Although if it gets a little bothersome, I'll go ahead and remove it. First of all, I got to say the game looks beautiful. Wow. Yeah, it really does. It looks really nice. Okay, so let's consider what we have at the moment. Let's get some research. So at the beginning of the game, we're democratic. We're not fascist yet. We don't have a lot of industry. We don't have a lot of population. So building and researching is going to be of the utmost importance. So let's get basic machine tools, production efficiency cap plus 5%. Let's get some construction. We're going to be building a lot of factories in these few beginning years. Let's go for national focus. So the first thing that I'm going to do is pick political effort, because we do need to get ourselves fascist as fast as humanly possible, so we're going to work on that. Let's go to free civilian factories. So I do want to build up some stuff. Right now I'm going to say let's focus on I want to say civilian factories. Let's get like one up here. Let's get 2 in Norrland. Let's get 1 in Västergötland, and then 1 more in Småland, and then we're going to do the rest military factories. So let's do, how about 1 there, 1 there, 2 in Scania, and maybe 1 more in Nordland. Okay, so we have some available slots here. So we'll, oh yeah, 2 in Scania, that's right, and then 2 in Västergötland. So that's a lot to build already. That's quite a bulk there. We have free military factories, so we do want to build more infantry equipment. Support equipment is fine. We're building 2 different submarines. We have the Draken class, and then we have the Hagen class. Let's see, reliability 80%, reliability 76%, max range 13.3 kilometers. Looks like this Hagen class here is a little better as far as the design goes for submarines. So let's go ahead and produce that. I'm not going to play a huge role in the naval game, at least for these beginning few years, but that's okay. All right, so we have 3 military factories, 3 dockyards. That's not bad. That's pretty decent. We do lack oil, so let's go ahead and go over to the trade screen. Let's go to the oil. Let's see, who do we want to trade with? Somebody who's probably fascistic. Romania? I guess we'll do Romania for now. So they will give us 8 oil for 1 civilian factory. I mean, I guess I will have to take that. Oil. Let's go to, okay, so how's the construction? So we do have 10 civilian factories, but 5 of them are being used up for other stuff. So we only have 5 that are really working on our industry. So, okay. That's not bad, though. It could be worse. So let's go up here to speed 5. We will be going on speed 5 for a little while. Actually, let's check out our air forces. We have some based in Västergötland and some in Svealand. So let's go ahead and rebase most of our guys. Let's see. Let's go and put everybody in Västergötland for now. Create some new air wings. So we have close air support fighters, naval bombers. Okay, 30 fighters, 36 close air support, 12 naval bombers. Okay, so Norway is probably going to be our first target. Let's see here. Let's check out our navy real fast. Okay, let's come on down here. Let's do control select. Let's get all the navy together. I do want them to rendezvous in here, southern Sweden. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and then our army. How many divisions do we start off with? Looks like 2 divisions up here, 2 here, and then 8 here. So we have 12 divisions. So let us go ahead and assign them to a new army. Let's see. We have 2 leaders. We have Folk Hageberg. He's the general. Commandos out of supply. Very interesting. And cold weather operations. And then we have a hill fighter. I'm going to go for this guy, actually. He's lower skill, but he does have that commando. So we will get him. And let us set up... I mean, yeah, we can set up a front line. Okay, let's set up a front line, I guess, just right here. And we will assign those units to that front line. Actually, let's go just a couple turns real slow. And so everybody's gonna go ahead and maneuver where they need to go. So this guy's moving around. We've got some strategically redeploying troops. There's a day and night cycle. Looks really, really beautiful. That looks amazing. I love it. So I've noticed that the performance in this game compared to games like Europa Universalis IV is excellent. This game performs really, really well. It runs really good. Okay, anything else that we immediately need to take a look at? I don't think so. Well, let's see what's up here. Missing equipment production. We're missing artillery, huh? I guess we'll create a new artillery line, although we won't put any factories to it for now until we get some more factories. So let's go ahead and do that. So now we can go up to speed 5. So let's just let the game run for a little while. And let's go ahead and pause here just for a second. See here, so the day and night cycle will only kick in when you're not at speed 5, basically. So Oslo is going to be our primary objective. Oh, we actually have some pretty crappy divisions here. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go for an offensive line, and let's just say I want you to get kind of to here. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. That sounds pretty good. And so they will prepare and they will plan to do that. They're actually entrenching right now. Okay. All right. And as far as our navy, we will merge up our navy. Let's get a commander. I have 1 admiral and he's a blockade runner, which is very nice. And so we'll have them in the Baltic Sea. Whoopsies. Patrol, search and destroy, convoy raiding. Let's do this here. I guess we'll do convoy raiding, actually. And let's assign them... We'll give them all the Baltic for convoy raiding, I suppose. But like I said, we won't be doing much with the naval game. That'll be fine, though. So our first target will be Norway. What I'm really waiting for right now is some political power. We're going to need that political effort here in the national focus. And then we're going to need some political power for getting a fascist demagogue into my cabinet. Once we have a fascist demagogue, the support for fascism will increase pretty dramatically, actually. National Socialistica Arbiter Party, which is fascist. Okay. So National Socialist Workers' Party. Very, very interesting. Let's see here. Music's also very nice. The graphics are beautiful, to be honest. Actually, it looks really good. Swedish Theater. Yeah, Swedish Theater 1 is fine. So we have some free dockyards. Looks like, I guess we finished up a submarine. I'm not really sure. So, okay. So let's just assume that we're going to add something here. We could use convoys, I think. Probably actually don't need them. Destroyers are always nice. They're not that expensive. The lightest screening vessel's job is to defend larger ships and to find and destroy submarines. Now, submarines in and of themselves are really cool too. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll just focus on destroyers. And we'll just give them as many dockyards as we can. So I guess we build 2 a year, which is fine. World news, the real militarization of the Rhineland. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border in clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The local population cheered the German soldiers on while the diplomatic reactions from France and Britain have so far been muted. It is no more than the Germans walking into their own backyard, a political commentator in Britain observed. Okay, worrying. So we have political effort. Let's go to our national focus. So we have political effort. We cannot go for a collectivist ethos because we need a ruling party that is either fascist, communist, or non-aligned. So we can't do that. So let's go for construction or industrial effort. I need industry for sure, and we'll just go down that line as much as we can. So we could click a political advisor, and there's this guy here, Per Endgal, and he's a fascist demagogue, 150 political capital in order to put him into, and put him into power. And we get an event, fascism on the rise. Swedish people have a noble history, a history they've been made to forget under the weak and cowardly rule of SAP. They claim to represent the people, but can so feeble a state enforce the will of the people? Only by spilling the blood of these traitors can we fulfill our destiny. The fascist speakers in Sweden have made no secret of what they think of our current rulership and political system. Speeches like these have tapped into a public dissent that is particularly pronounced in the more conservative sections of the military. The higher-ups may harbor unspoken sympathies. Let's do it. Okay. We got some low manpower, so that'll be a problem until we can get some more laws in place. And you can only get more laws in place if you're fascist, so we'll have to sit tight for just a little while. Alrighty, looks like my ships are doing their thing. What's up with this submarine here? Oh yeah, that's right. I need to assign him to a fleet. Let's go ahead and do con. We're waiting for that guy. Low manpower. Let's see here. Okay, we got electronic mechanical engineering. Very, very nice. Research time minus 2%. Would be really nice to get some synthetic refineries, but let's do this mechanical computing for some research time. It's a pretty expensive tech, 233 days, but I think we'll be okay. So my plan is by the end of 1936, we have some industry going, we're fascist, and we can start planning out our conquests. We do need to tread a little lightly because, you know, you have the German Reich to the south, and then we have the Soviet Union, the big blob over here. Finland is also not an easy nut to crack, at least not usually. They only have like 10 to 24 divisions, but those guys, you know, you don't want to, you got to be careful with those guys. United Kingdom obviously is quite large. German Reich, France, Italy, Spain, United Kingdom, France. So it looks like Ethiopia is holding out. If for some reason it takes Italy forever to conquer Ethiopia, it's really weird. I don't know. They historically did it pretty quick. But that's whatever. Historically, Sweden was neutral. At least in rhetoric, they were neutral. Sweden never really got too involved in World War II. They helped out the Axis actually for a while, and they helped out the Allies as well. They were pretty sympathetic to Finland against the USSR. They were sympathetic to the German Reich, but probably because they had to be rather than desire. And then they later were pretty sympathetic to the Allies actually. They gave the UK a lot of intelligence, a lot of movement and information about German forces surrounding Sweden. So very interesting that we're taking a non-neutral path. Let's do construction effort. Let's see, we got basic machine tools, so production efficiency cap plus 5%, very beautiful. And it's either concentrated or dispersed industry. I'm gonna go with the concentrated because of the factories per state. We're gonna need a lot of factories. Our population isn't very large, so we'll have to make do with what we have. Let's see here. So we're getting some pretty decent political power. Spanish Civil War is kicked off. Right-wing nationalists have occupied much of Spain, including the overseas territories, and loyalist forces and Republicans are defending the left-wing government. Okay, the battle for Spain has begun. What will this mean for Spain? National Spain declared war on Spain. Okay. Let's see here. Did this guy ever... What's up with this guy? Did he never join my fleet here? Very interesting. Okay. So what's up with this guy? So this guy feels like if we were to attack, we would be successful. Very interesting. And plan preparation is at 100%. We can actually exercise these guys. I don't have a lot of equipment actually. Infantry equipment, support equipment, towed artillery. We don't have a lot of it, but I think exercising the troops is probably something that we don't have a choice about. Let's go ahead and try to get a full inventory line. Full inventory equipment line, 2.14 per year on those destroyers. Okay. Let's see here. So we can get we can modify our government. Let's see here. So the fascist demagogue's gonna do his thing. A silent workhorse. That's also something. Captive industry would be pretty cool too. Let's go for the silent workhorse just because of that political power gain. 1.3 per day. The construction effort does kind of hurt us a little bit, but we'll be all right. Let's see. How's wow, already 15% support for the fascists. Not bad at all. Research slot available. Let's see here. We could go for some infantry equipment, which I do like. The vast majority of our army will be either infantry or motorized, most likely. Let's go ahead and go for the excavation 1. What natural resources do we have here? We do have, let's see. We have steel. Looks like tungsten, steel, chromium. Actually, a lot of steel. Yeah. Historically, Germany relied on a lot of iron ore from Sweden. It was at least hypothesized that if Sweden did not trade with Germany, the German war effort would have significantly been affected, if not collapsed. It's pretty interesting to consider. We did get construction effort done. Sounds beautiful. So we did get 1 civilian factory from that. Okay, let's keep going down construction effort. There is an extra research slot down here if we get down here fast enough. I definitely like that, so we'll see if we can work towards that. Let's see how it goes. Sweden. Interesting music. Must be some of the pre-ordered music or something. I don't think I've heard this music before. The games of the, what is this, the 11th Olympiad? Yep, German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals. And then Jesse Owens, first single most successful athlete of the games. Yep, Jesse Owens. They made a movie about him. Let's see, concentrated industry. These are 1937 techs. We can't work on any of that. Engineering. Anything else that's really important for right now? Land doctrine would be kind of cool. Let's go for these infantry support weapons 1. Let's go for that. The Swedish theater. So yeah, things are going to be a bit quiet these episodes, but that's okay. Looks like Italy just took Ethiopia. Almost 2,000 equipment was seized, so Italy's name got bigger here. Very, very interesting. Okay. Wow, look at that. This game is beautiful, man. I really must say. Like, I know it looked good in the streams, but this is something else. This looks really nice. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this game so far. There are some problems with it that some streamers and some YouTubers have pointed out. I've heard the AI is, less than desirable, but I think the game itself is pretty cool. I think it's a beautiful game. Election, fascists, and government. So we have an election, and it looks like the fascists are going to win. Aggressively nationalist sentiment has grown in Sweden, giving rise to several parties promoting fascist ideals. A strong state enforcing its power through military force. One of them in particular is one favoring the current election. Ooh. Rather than the communists? Yeah, I would say so. Fascism over communism any day, man. Production's pretty crappy. Let's see, how are our divisions? So let's check out our infantry division. This is our primary division that we have here. So we have 6 battalions of infantry, 1 support battalion of artillery, 1 support engineer company, and then 1 support recon company. That's actually pretty good. 7,100 manpower, which is kind of expensive, but this is what's funny is that normal divisions during this time period were actually about 12,000 men. So these division numbers here, like where you see 7,100, I think it's like 5,500 for Germany's infantry divisions. It's really funny that they're so small. I found that to be really, really interesting. I think... Ooh, let's check this out here. Civil War for Fascism. While the attempts of the fascist movement to revitalize the people's pride in their nation have seen some success, the resistance against these ideas remains high. And SAP becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Reign of terror. Interesting. So it looks like there's a civil war for fascism. The Democrats might start a civil war. Let's go ahead and unite the people first, I think. Let's wait for the party popularity to build up. Once we're at like 40 to 45%, I'm going to feel more comfortable. Maybe even taking power by force if I have to. I'll squash the Democrats if I have to. Whoopsies. National focus. So it's either infrastructure effort or armament effort. Let's go ahead and get this armament effort real fast. We'll go for the research slot fairly soonish. For now, we have a little bit of time, so that's okay. Okay, so we're doing some convoy raiding. There's some sort of Finnish thing down here. Laws and government. Let's see, what can we do here? Limited conscription, because I believe we're democratic. That's right, next election, September 1940. Or we could get compassionate gentleman monthly opinion. That's not too important. Captive industry's nice. Refinery infrastructure and civilian factory construction speed plus 10. I do like that, actually. Let's go ahead and get him. We'll change our conscription law once we become fascist, I think. That would be a little more advantageous. It's November 1st, 1936, so we're getting there. We're getting to where we need to be. Fascists are 33% popular. We're going to beat out the Democrats and the Communists fairly soon-ish. That's also assuming that the Democrats and the Communists don't work together. So we really don't need that high of... We don't need that high of popularity in order to be able to win a majority or plurality. Infantry equipment, we're missing a lot of total artillery. Yeah. Support equipment's okay. Convoys, yeah, it's whatever. And we're pretty good on resources, actually. We have a lot. We do have a lot. So let's go mechanical computing. Okay, so we're going to be in 1937. Is there something that we really need in 1937? I'm thinking either construction 2, concentrated industry, a land doctrine would be nice. 270 days. I was going to go with superior firepower because manpower is precious. This is 135 days for the radio. Let's go ahead and knock that out real fast, I think. And let's see, what are the research are we doing? We're doing the radio, support, weapons, excavation. Okay, so we're not doing that bad. We're not doing that bad. We're doing okay. Let's see here. Alrighty. So, armament effort, okay. Let's go ahead and... If you could build tractors, you could build tanks. Oh, wow. That's very true. Lapland and Smaland will get one infrastructure from this. Or more military factories. Let's go ahead and let's go for the infrastructure. We'll push for that extra research slot. I do like the idea of having some more military factories. We have 4 out of 4 right now. How's the construction on some of this going? It's still taking some time. January 1937 is when it says some of this is going to be done. We should not modify our civilian economy law fairly soon. That would not be a bad idea. Although we do need to become fascist before that's going to happen. Fascist assault divisions form. Assault divisions form. Okay, so so paramilitary group. Change in popularity for fascists. National spirit fascist assault divisions. Ooh. National unity, but daily fascism support. Recruitable population 0.2. Kick ass, dude. Paramilitary groups for the win. Okay, so it's January 1937. We got support weapons 1. Looks like here we got defense breakthrough. Yeah, it looks good. Kick ass. Can't get some of these. We can't get these until a little later. So we're researching. Well, we're not researching our doctrine yet. Actually, we have radio and excavation. Let's go ahead and get a doctrine. I want to say superior firepower. You know, manpower is it's around. We don't have a lot. We have 23,000 men that we can recruit. Our population itself is only 6.1 million people. That's really not a lot. Like in comparison, I think Germany's population at this time was about 60 to 65 million people. France's population was half of that. France had like 32 million people or something like that. They had severe manpower problems during World War II. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here, guys. I'm really loving this game. We're going to play a lot of this game, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much. And if you want to subscribe, please click the logo in the corner. Thanks, guys.